Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning or good afternoon, everyone. In this video, I will talk about the role of the stereotyping in intercultural communication, and it's based on the research of Hikmah Suryandari. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Meisila with the ID student A1B025069, and I'm a student of English education major in University of Bengkulu. Alright everyone, to begin, we must recognize that intercultural communication is not just about language. It is a vital instrument for sharing knowledge and sentiment across cultures. However, in our rush for global economic development and cultural exchange, we often incur barriers. Stereotyping is one of the most significant hurdles that can prevent us from establishing favorable relations between different social groups. So, what exactly is a stereotype? Let's put it simply. It is the tendency to recognize individuals according to oversimplified or standardized image. Historically, this idea evolved from 18th century concept of national character. What's important to note is that stereotype of activation is rapid and often subconscious. We often don't realize we are doing it. And why do we do this? Research points to three main drivers. First, cognitive simplifies. Our brain tries to save energy by putting people into boxes. And the second is emotional factors. We often use stereotypes to boost our own in-group self-worth by looking down on out-groups. And finally, the last one is cultural knowledge. The social input we receive from the world around us and help build these mental frameworks. Stereotype doesn't born in vacuum. They are taught. They are moved from the individual to the group through social sharing and gossip. And this process starts early. Children as young as 3 or 4 begin to absorb this belief from parents and teachers. By the time we reach adulthood, their stereotypes are anchored as generation debt and inherit just like tradition. While stereotypes are a natural part of human cognition, they carry significant negative influence. And let's look at how they distort our view of reality. The primary danger is distortion. For example, we might misjudge an entire group based on a single dimension, like race. A common example is the homogeneity effect, where people might perceive Japanese and Chinese culture as identical because of physical features, completely ignoring their distinctional character and histories. This leads directly to prejudge and discrimination. And that is also a phenomenon that called stereotype 3. When a group is aware of a negative stereotype about themselves, it can actually hurt their performance. For an instance, if a group is told they are bad at math, the anxiety is confirming that stereotype can cause them to perform worse or eventually abandon that field entirely. It becomes the self-fulfilling prophecy. Despite the negative, if stereotypes are so harmful, why do they still exist? It's because they serve a specific psychological function actually. Despite the negatives, if stereotypes are so harmful, why do they still exist? It's because they serve the specific psychological function actually. Actually, stereotypes act as a cognitive shortcut, helping us manage anxiety in high stress, low information situation. They also provide social justification, allowing groups to explain or justify their collective action. And finally, they can create positive identities, such as the stereotype that a certain culture is naturally athletic or musical, which, while still a generalization, can be seen as a value differentiation. How do we move forward? The research suggests the contact hypothesis is more meaningful cooperative contact we have with outgroups, the more these stereotypes break down. And by raising cultural awareness and engaging in shared learning, we can manage these mental biases and build more authentic intercultural relationships. To conclude, stereotypes are a deep seated part of our social life, but they don't have to be a wall. By understanding why they exist, we can work to look past them. And then, thank you for watching, everyone. If anyone have a question, you can comment below and we can discuss in the comment section. Thank you.